It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.
Let's talk about the foundation. What are you guys working on now with the O'Brien Raymond Foundation?
After Hurricane Katrina, I started seeing the number of, especially young women, who really needed some help and some guidance getting over some obstacles that were often financial and getting to what they wanted to achieve. We ran into a lot of young women who could get into college, but they just had no financial wherewithal to be able to pay for it. So we started taking in some of these young women. We made our foundation official last year, and we now have a dozen girls, another 2 who are pending. We take them in, we give them wraparound services, which means we help them with their tuition, we assign them mentors, we make sure that if there are any issues as they move forward, that they're going to get to and then through college. And we ended up working with a young woman who was in Black in America, great girl. And I said to her, she was actually getting an HIV test, and her test thankfully turned out to be negative. I said, why are you not in school? She said, I have a baby. He's 18 months old, and I have no one to watch him. So after the documentary aired, I said, listen, I'm going to make you a deal. I will pay for daycare. You go to college. She's a senior. She's going to graduate from Lehman College.
You did it through the foundation?
We did it through the foundation. Wow. She's one of our scholars. And we realized that, here you have a bright young woman who has a great future ahead of her. But, with a kid, she cannot possibly take the time to go off to school. So if we could just fix that problem, if we can get her daycare and help her, which wasn't so expensive, we were able to really make a difference in her life. And we have a number of young women like that.
Now, if people wanted to either join the foundation or find out how they could benefit from the foundation, how could they reach you?
They could go right to our website, which is O'Brien Raymond, which is my married last name, foundation.org. And we have a wonderful video that highlights some of our scholars and a lot of information about the foundation.
Wow, that's great. Before you go, and we'll post this information on our site, swaysuniverse.com. Is there one, people always ask me this, having been on MTV for so long, is there one interview that really stands out, that really impacted you the most?
Probably it would be in Hurricane Katrina when I interviewed Michael Brown, who was the head of FEMA at the time. And I remember, and in a way, he sort of stands as a symbol of all these politicians. He got on the air. It was at the Friday after the hurricane had hit, earlier that week. And he started listing, well, we've got these trucks coming, and we've got this food coming, and this much water's coming. I remember thinking, but that's not the question. The question is, it's Friday. I don't know who you're talking to and who you're spinning on this. Yeah. We've spent the last 5 days covering a devastating hurricane, and then the levees failing, and people who've been crying on television for help. And you're going to list for me, finally bottled water's getting down there? Yeah. That's insane. And I think it really was a moment, not just for me and for journalists as a whole, but for viewers to say, this is ridiculous. This is a major American city, and people have been left and abandoned, and what is going on? I think people were really outraged, so that would probably be the one.
That would be the one. I remember seeing that one, and it's interesting enough, when you go back to New Orleans to this day, it still needs so much help.
It's come a long way, but it's going to be at least a decade of recovery. But it has come a long. Believe me, having slept on Canal Street in an RV with a bunch of Anderson's producers, it has come a long, long way.
Okay, what's the pecking order? Who's the top guy? Is it Anderson or is it Wolf?
That's a good question. I think they're up there together. Okay. If you're talking politics, I think they're up there together.
They're up there together, and then
I think if you're talking dashing off to go to Afghanistan, probably Anderson goes first.
Okay. All right. Cool. And then who? And then where does Don Lemon fit in? Where do you fit in?
I think Don and I are right underneath there.
Right underneath there.
Okay. Taking our way in.
You're the queen. You're the queen of CNN.
Absolutely.
The queen of CNN.
In my own head. All right. Absolutely, I am.
Soledad O'Brien, thank you for coming through.
Pleasure's mine.
You have to come back. You have to come back.
It's a deal, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.